Hi, can you hear me okay?
Amanda. Yes, I forgot I had my headphones plugged in. I was like, oh no. Yes. Hi there. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm Jessica.
It's nice to meet you,
Nice
Jessica.
to
I'm
meet
coming to you from my car, outside of my children's school because I was like, if I don't do this now, the week's gonna get away from me and I
you.
like
I'm
just need to make this
so
happen.
glad.
So
I'm so glad. So you got to watch or be a part of the event yesterday.
I did. I've actually had, and I was nervous. I was talking to another coach. I've actually had two interviews scheduled with y'all previously, because this
Yes.
is something that I've been talking about doing for a while, and then I just keep kind of chickening out, and I don't know. Now is the time.
It
So
is. It is. Don't. I know, I guess you didn't do the other interviews, but there's no better time than now. And you will not regret it. It's an amazing opportunity. I'm sure yesterday you got a feel for it. But yes, don't wait. Just go for it. So how many rounds then have you done of the faster way?
I did the very first round. I joined in September of 2018.
Okay,
Is that
yeah.
right? And then I've been a VIP member since. So
Awesome.
I did one round and then I went straight into the VIP.
Wonderful. That's
And
great.
have been,
It's awesome to have that experience.
yes, yeah.
And who was your coach?
Amanda was for the first round, because I had found out about it through a patient of mine who was getting her certification. However, I was incredibly impatient and I was just like, I gotta do this. And I saw that Amanda was advertising, a start round, and it was sooner than my friend Courtney was going to be ready. And I was like, sorry, and just not understanding how the whole,
I
you
didn't
know,
either. I was the same way. I did the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah. But now I think my VIP membership is now under my girlfriend, Laura, who I actually introduced to the faster way first.
Wow.
Yeah. And now, she took the coaching leap of faith, a few months ago. And
That's
anyhow,
awesome. That is
yeah.
so great. What's her last name? I'm just typing notes.
No, you're good.
Laura.
Gidry,
Got it.
Guidry.
That's awesome. So now she can speak to the experience that she's had too for you to go through this. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
wonderful.
Well, it was funny with Amanda, like the conference that y'all just had. I had thought about signing up for it because I have an influencer account or whatever, and I post all the time about Faster Way. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Am I like trying to be a coach without taking the leap? But the intro video of the kids on the playground talking about the cancer, and like I literally
Wow.
like I literally went to the website and signed up and like purchased, because I was like, oh my God, I'm a dental hygienist and I'm all about prevention and wellness and everything in my professional and daily life, that I was like, I need this. So
Yes.
I've completed day one, post offerings, obviously, and I'm starting day two tonight. So it's just been a wealth of knowledge and just
That's awesome.
positive women, building up each other. And I don't know, it's just a really incredible opportunity and environment. So
It is. And even though I have never met a coach face to face, like you will meet so many incredible, supportive women. That is how they started the conference out this weekend too, with that video. And I mean, just like crying, chills, and our mission, even since I've been a coach, like I think it's always been Amanda's vision and mission, but it's not a fat loss program anymore. Or I should say it's not only a fat loss program anymore. I mean, it's so much more than that now.
agreed.
And I just think like, wow, like I'm so, and you will be too, just so amazed to be a part of it.
How did you
So
become a part?
exactly how you did. So I signed up as a corporate round. I watched Beth. Oh my gosh, now her last name is escaping me, but she was an influencer, seersucker and saddles.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. And so I saw her doing it, Chapo, Beth Chapo. And then, so I signed up for the corporate round because I was like you, I didn't know there were coaches. And then I did one round. VIP, again, I didn't have a coach, so I didn't really know a lot about VIP, thought I could do it on my own, didn't, and then signed up again, went into VIP that next new year. And then that coaching opportunity came open. And I was like you, I was just sharing, like, I'm doing the fast way. Here's what I'm eating. And people were asking me questions. So I became an affiliate. And then I was like, I've got to just do this. I've got to coach.
Yep. I'll be honest with you too. I was listening to Lauren Mattingly yesterday. I was at the office listening to her speech today. I was doing, um, double dipping in my time, but
Yes.
and she was like, "Yeah, I used to be a dental hygienist," and I
Yes.
was
I
like,
was just going to say that. I know.
but it's just one of those where this career has been wonderful, and I have coached so many patients through so many aspects of their life and betterment of their health, and shared so many already with the faster way, like, and turning them onto that, and just, other lifestyle management techniques and things. But the thought of potentially being able to get this to a point that I could walk out of that operatory forever,
I know.
like, could literally bring me to tears right now, because, like,
Yes.
that would just be amazing.
Yeah.
It would
And
just be awesome.
and the freedom that comes along with it. So I'm a first grade teacher. And
Okay.
so you will be very similar to me when you first begin, because you really can put as little or as much into this as you want. And if you really truly are, I'm not a very productive person. I'm learning, I'm honing my skills, but like, you can do both and still make great money. And then when you get to the point where you're like, I'm making good enough money, I can walk away, and then you can even continue to grow after that, like, the potential is huge. And you can absolutely do that. So, I mean, make that your big goal, because it is so possible.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that's a huge piece of it, but I think it's just even, I literally was just on the phone with a friend who, we have mutual friends, a couple of whom are coaches, and she's really big into yoga. Like, she's a yoga teacher, and she's just like, Amanda, I'm looking for something that's like more accountable. And I said, I have to be completely transparent. She's like, I wanted to come to you because I know that you do this, but you're not a coach. And I said, I need to be transparent with you. I said, I'm getting ready to have an interview because I've been talking about this program for 2 years,
Yeah.
and I there's something more drawing me to it more now than ever, for other opportunities than just myself. And I have looked at going into personal training for probably the past 14 or 15 years, but it's like, what certification do you get? I don't want to be in a gym, like, and I don't want to be like somebody's timekeeper of like, oh, you're late, like, you bailed on me and you bailed on yourself. But to be able to just be there to support other women who are carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, and doing the absolute best that we can, and trying to figure out how to keep doing all of that, but also taking care of ourselves. And I don't know, it's really, really, really exciting. And I shared all of that with her. I said, this program is so much more than a workout or nutrition. It's this incredible community of just really incredible, supportive women that are all just doing the best that we can, and cheering each other on as we do it. And
Yep.
it's just, it's really a fun little group to be a part of.
I love this. I love it. You sound like you're already a coach. But I know the community part of it, even as a client, is so powerful. I mean, even all of us coaches are clients. So I feel like that also speaks to the way we coach, because we are also in the journey too, going along right out. Like you said, you're just trying to do the best that you can. But it really does make so much more possible, because I think as women, we do lose that ourselves, taking care of other people. And I love that this provides a way to do both. So yay, that's great. I love it. And that was kind of going to be, I feel like that you kind of answered my question, like what made you decide to be a coach? And I wrote that video, first of all, today made you decide, or yesterday made you decide, but just that it's kind of been brewing in you.
Yeah, I mean, I have literally looked at doing something in the fitness world, coaching aspect, training. I don't even like the word trainer, but the coach verbiage sounds so much more supportive and wholesome, and just more just all containing, because there's so much more to it than just like lifting weights. Like, I mean,
totally.
And that, I think, is probably why I get a little bit nervous about thinking about walking away from dental hygiene, because my relationship with my patients is why I do what I do.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
It's not because I like removing tartar from teeth and talking about periodontal disease and all of that. It's holding somebody's hand who's just telling me about their son who passed away. And, like, it's those connections and those relationships. And this program allows that to happen and to be cultivated, and you have these little communities that just start to form. And I don't know, it's incredible what she has created.
Yes, it really is. And I love that. My mom is a retired dental hygienist, so I know exactly what you're speaking about when you talk about patient relationships, because I think she and her patients were like heartbroken when she left. Yeah. So, yeah, and to be able to build those same bonds, but with your clients here, is going to be, it just, it develop, like it changes your, I guess your why.
Yeah.
I think you kind of already have that why formulated, but like actually experiencing it, it definitely changed my why, because you definitely, that's your, the fuel to, keep you going when you hear all of the wins from your clients and how it's changed them. It's super exciting. And I know that you're a dental hygienist and you love fitness. Do you have any like professional fitness or business experience background or anything?
No, I don't, at all. I am actually getting ready I've enrolled in February to start Duke's integrative health practitioner training program.
Oh.
So there was a part of me as I was like talking through all of this where I was like, am I biting off more than I can chew with both of these opportunities? But the timing of everything really almost seems perfect,
Okay.
where I could focus on this for the next, 6 weeks and get certified and get going and get rolling. And have all of that up and running for when my program then starts in February. And it's just part-time, it's just online.
Yeah.
But I really think that they're both going to feed each other. And so much of what would come from the health and wellness coaching aspect of making the changes that I've made in my life with the intermittent fasting and the journey that I've had from a health perspective of finding holistic practitioners, of like a chiropractor and an integrative OBGYN, just not throwing a pill at everything.
Sure.
And mine has been more of a personal journey from a health practitioner / fitness support, if you will, that part of why I'm wanting to leave the dental realm and make it more vast is that I feel like there's so many people out there that are dealing with all of these ailments and struggles that, are just having pills thrown at them, and, the problem's never actually being corrected. And it's a hormonal imbalance or lack of sleep or elevated stress or adrenal fatigue or, like all of those things. And to be able to take all of the investment that I've made financially in myself to feel better,
Yes, yes,
share that with
yes.
somebody else, I really think will be a really, really cool
That
opportunity.
is
So
awesome. Good luck. That is so cool. I love that.
thanks.
Yeah, I think they will both go perfectly together. And you said the timing's right.
Easy.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you can get this curriculum done very quickly. So that'll be great. Right before then you'll have it done before February for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
the whole idea of January and like New Year's resolutions and all of that
yes,
too. I'm like
yes. If you can knock it out and
going,
get it started, that's
yeah,
perfect. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Is
have
that
you?
unrealistic, do you think? Like to try to,
No,
okay,
not at all. No, I think I completed mine in a couple of weeks really slowly. Like I might even be wrong. It might have even been less than that. I can't remember, but it was fast. It was super fast. You can knock it out as quickly or as long as you want. You have 6 months, but you do not need that much time at all.
okay,
It really, you just, once you get it, like, once you get the letter and all the directions on what to do, you can kind of determine how long it'll take you. But
okay,
you can knock it out really quickly. Plus, you're a veteran client, so you're gonna know a lot of what they're talking about. I mean, some of it will be like, oh, I didn't know that, but a lot of it will be pretty familiar to you.
awesome.
Put it into practice. So, have you
How
thought
long have
about?
you been coaching?
Sorry,
Sorry.
I've been coaching since let's see, July 2019. So
Okay,
almost a year and a half.
awesome.
Yeah. And with teaching and with young kids and stuff, and I have zero marketing and business experience. I feel like I've been a slower, I guess, growing coach, but it is my goal to hopefully step away from teaching starting next year. So, and I'm a baby coach, right? So really truly, like, you don't have to do a lot to really make this work. Of course, I
Okay.
want to make a bigger impact. So I feel like I'm getting there, and I feel like stepping away from teaching will allow me to do that, but also just to be available for my kids and,
Yes,
like
girl.
you said, that freedom. It's so the potential is there.
That's awesome.
It will be great for you for sure. And have you
Well, for what
thought
it's worth,
about?
your
Sorry.
Instagram. I stalked you on Instagram when I saw that I was
Oh
getting,
yeah.
and your Instagram account is impressive. So for someone who's a baby in marketing, it looks great. So
That took a long time, but I enjoy that part of it. I like the content
yes,
creation. I just have to, there's going to come a point in time where you are going to have to be an entrepreneur, right? So like, I just never had that mindset. I was like, I'm just sharing this. Like, it's kind of like a hobby, it's something on the side, but then it does turn into more than that. And you're like, I want more of this. Like, I want to do this more. And then so you look for there's so many people when you become a coach to support you to get on that business side. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I love the content creation. I just have to figure out how to market myself better. So um
yeah.
but
I will tell you, just to go back, you asked about the business side of things. I've been doing Beauty Counter like as a
yes,
consultant
I think
for the
okay.
last like
I
5 years or so.
yeah, yes,
And it's been great. I love it. I love the products. I didn't go into it to necessarily make any money. Sadly, I just went into it to kind of get the discount of the
right,
product.
right, no, yes,
But it's the, it's it's uncomfortable when you're selling yourself kind of thing.
yeah,
Um, and those products are at a price point that not everyone can afford. And
right,
I think that's what is so exciting about this program and this opportunity. It's that it's something for everyone, and
yes,
it's at a price point that is affordable to most. And
yes.
also making that monthly, hopefully investment in yourself is, just you can't really put a price on that.
No, I
And
agree.
when they make it, to the point that it is something that can be feasible for most families and households, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah. And then you think about all the money they save because They're
of
living
gym
a healthier
membership.
lifestyle. Yes, gym
Yes,
membership.
yes, and yeah. I mean, no doctor copays and prescriptions, and yeah.
No, it's crazy. So, I mean, I agree with you. It is definitely obtainable for most people. And what I love about being a coach too is if it's not obtainable or if somebody is struggling, especially during COVID, oh my gosh, the discounts or, the payment plans they would put these people on just so they would stay because they were like, right now you need to be here. Like, we don't need to lose you because you can't afford it. Like, we're going to make this work for you. It's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
really
incredible.
is. It has been so great. And I know that your long-term goal would probably be to step away from dental hygiene. So have you thought about a specific income goal or I know it's hard because you haven't like put it into practice yet, but have you thought about that? Or would it just be to be enough to step away from dental hygiene?
I mean, ideally, like if I had like a number wise, is that where I mean, ideally six
Yeah.
figures would be
Yeah.
amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
marriage has been hard this year. Marriage has been hard for a few years. We have a dual income, and without getting into too much of that at this point in time, to eliminate that pressure would be wonderful.
Sure.
For myself and my two kids, so that
Sure.
maybe in that whole realm of life, and that can just not be a factor anymore.
Yeah.
But I would say, yeah, six figures would be incredible at some point because I think that it's possible.
It is.
Um, but I almost kind of laugh saying that because I'm like, I know I have felt something inside of me for a very long time that tells me that there's something more. I just am maybe starting to see that it's actually possible, and it's almost like scary to say that out loud. Like I've had that thought with myself, but you're the first person I've ever said that out loud
Yeah,
to.
but I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, I think each and every coach knows exactly what you're talking about, but I just don't think until you find that something that you do want to say it out. Like, I meant for more, like, but what is it, And so you're just saying that, but when you actually have something tangible to hold on to that could get you there, it's so freeing. And yes, six figures is possible. And the women in this community like have built their own businesses on top of the Faster Way. Faster Way has just kind of like catapulted them. And so like there's women in our Faster Way community that will also give you like, I've joined one of the top coaches, Whitney Abram, and she has an amazing Six Pivots. It's a program. I haven't done that part yet, but she's got a monthly program that helps you get to that six-figure income or that goal. So you won't be alone in that journey, and it could happen really quickly. It can happen slow, and so you just dive into the community and look for support because it is possible.
That's awesome.
It is possible. So just, believe it, set goals, you will get there.
I love it. That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yep. Now, one of our pillars, as you already know, is generosity, giving back. Have you thought about, and it could just be to your family, but have you thought about ways that if you could earn a substantial income, maybe some ways you might give back or donate?
Well, we are pretty involved in our church, and being able to increase our tithe there would be amazing. I literally had one of the stewardship campaign ladies call me last night, and she's like, so, because we haven't been back because of COVID and all of that.
Right.
But that would be amazing. I have a nephew who was born with a really, really rare genetic disease, and there are several foundations that are, nonprofits that are involved with that. That we've done a little bit from a fundraising aspect, but it would be awesome to be able to do more for them as well. Aprit's Owls, and it's a hand and foot and brain, it's a mess. Wonder, have you seen the movie Wonder? As a first
Yeah.
grade teacher, he's
Yeah.
basically Augie. Like
Oh,
yes, he's
wow. Okay.
amazing and he is doing so
Yes.
well, but
Yes.
that whole world was
I love
opened up
that.
to our family, 6 years
Mhm.
ago, and being
Yeah.
able to help in that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I think being able to just be in a position to do that, like, would be incredible.
Yep.
And um yeah, I think it would just be a really wonderful, wonderful feeling.
I love that. I love that. Yep. And you already probably have, you're already an influencer. And have you thought about then how you would get your first clients? If you're accepted as a coach, how would you start your first round or gain those clients? To sign up with you? Have you thought anything about that?
Well, I have a few friends that have been asking about it for a while, and they're like, "Well, are you going to coach? Do you think you're going to coach?" And I mean, I literally, Jessica, I made this decision this morning. Like, I
I
mean,
don't
I
know.
shouldn't say that. I've been talking about doing this forever,
Yeah.
but it was last night, I was looking at all of the links for the appointments for the interviews this week, because I was going to do the fast pass, but when I had an opportunity to like do the video ahead of time, like, I looked totally disheveled and I was like, I can't do that. And then the weekend got away from me. And I didn't want to sign up for a video time slot until I had my schedule at work. So then I was sitting there this morning and I was like, ooh, she's got time at 4:40. Okay, 4:40, perfect. So I honestly feel like I know of probably four friends just off the top of my
Yeah,
head
it's
that if I'm like,
great.
hey, y'all, let's do this, that they would be like,
Yes.
okay, finally. Like, literally, my girlfriend was like, I'd rather fall under you than the other two, just because I feel like you wouldn't, put the pressure on me like they do, and I'm like,
Sure.
I think everybody's got their own style, of coaching,
Yes.
and that is
Yes.
going to be what draws people to you.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Absolutely.
I have a huge email list that I have been creating through all of my patients and my
Ah, yes.
contacts there, and they've all been
Yeah.
hearing me. Like, it it's weird when I look back on these steps that I've been taking and not really knowing why.
Yeah. Hey, and now you can put all the
I was
pieces together.
But mainly because I thought I was potentially going to be leaving my practice and going somewhere else. I've been there for 2 years, but I'm just ready. I'm ready to go at a moment's notice. So
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to be like, hey y'all, let's talk. Happy New Year. Let's, get those
Yes.
COVID pounds off and get your health back on track. And, an email
Yes.
blast, social media, screaming it from the rooftops, dancing in the
Yes.
streets, whatever it
Yes.
takes.
Yes. Do you use an email like marketing tool or anything like that?
I haven't yet. I was looking at Canva
Mm-hmm.
and I know MailChimp, but who was it? I don't have my notes. The first speaker on Friday, was it? Yeah. Um, Amy Porterfield.
Yes.
Um, she was awesome, and
Yes,
she
she
had a lot of
was.
really great information. And like, I literally was like, okay, I've got to start working on my freebie and like my lead
Yes.
magnet, like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
like, yeah. So,
So if you ever need help with that, I know you have a coach, but you can always reach out to me. But
okay.
I just started using Flowdesk
Okay, cool.
and it's amazing. And you
Okay.
can add all of your contacts that you already have in there. You can create newsletters, forms to if you have a freebie, Canvas where you'll make your product. But
Okay.
Flowdesk is an amazing. Now it's not the only one, but it's so user friendly for somebody like me
Okay.
that doesn't know what the heck.
Yes.
It's
That's me.
Flodesk, and you can get a free 30-day trial. If you decide you like it, you can ask me or your coach if they use it. But like I have a 50% discount you can have every month. So don't sign up. If you like it, don't sign up without a discount code,
Okay,
basically.
cool.
But just you
Okay.
could look at it, check it out. I mean, it
I
is
will.
beautiful. They have the most beautiful emails and forms, and anyways, I just started using that. So if you already have an email list, you are a step ahead.
Okay,
So
cool.
utilize that. That is
Okay.
huge, 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 huge. So I know you have obviously tech and social media experience. Those are great platforms, but your emails are going to be your golden ticket. So
Well, and I think
collecting
that
those
was
emails, yeah.
interesting hearing that from again, I can't remember,
Amy,
Amy, with
yes.
the whole,
She
like,
said it
rented
so
land
well. Yeah,
and
it's so
social
true.
media and
Yes.
yeah.
So, I mean, when I was a coach, literally just like a few months ago, it was probably like the beginning of this year, I still didn't even know what the heck a lead was, or like a free thing, to exchange an email. I didn't know what that was. Like I said, I came into this business like with no business experience. So, it sounds like you already have a lot of knowledge, which is going to really help you.
It's been, I think, again, one of those where if I'm reflecting back and like trying to find the whys behind things,
Mm-hmm.
I have been a part of this dental practice, for the last 10 years. We started off and we were just 2 offices. And, whether your mom ever shared this with you or not, a lot of dentists are really, really, really terrible businessmen. Um,
Yes.
the gentleman that I worked for happened to be probably one of the most talented dentists I've ever had the pleasure of working with, but also one of the most brilliant businessmen.
Oh.
And we were an integral part of helping grow and create and make the content for our website and our social media
Well,
and
that's
our patient
awesome.
experience. And there's been a part of me that's been like, when am I going to get a nod from you for more growth within the practice? And as your mom will, and from watching your mom, like, you get capped to a certain extent with dental hygiene. And
Right.
what I think I'm realizing now is all of that experience can maybe benefit me
Yes, it will. It
instead
will.
of me benefiting them.
Absolutely.
So I guess maybe I've had more business exposure than I necessarily realize until
Yeah,
I start
just
to
because
talk.
you weren't the official, tag, absolutely. That's totally business and marketing and
Yeah.
growth, just making growth and seeing that you know how to do that. That's exactly what you need to know how to do. So it's perfect. I just have a couple more questions for you. So as
Sure.
far as, the curriculum and all of that, I think you understand, you've got 6 months to do it. Are you good with the financial and the time investments that it takes to be a coach, or do you have any questions about that?
So I love the fact that there's like a payment plan for
Yes, yes. Take
I've,
advantage
and
of
I've
that.
been
Yes.
told that the gold is probably all I need
It's
because of all the
great.
resources exposed to me and
Yeah.
contacts. So
Yep.
that's kind of where my mind's at, is like
Perfect.
I think there's like a 6-month plan
Yes.
and doing the gold, and yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, great. Well, that's it. That's the last question. Do you have any other questions for me that you can think of, or?
At this point, not really, but
Okay.
I am really, really, really grateful to have been able to chat with you and to connect with you
Yeah.
on social media, because I will
Yes.
fully utilize. I'm not afraid to ask for help. So
No, and please do. I love it. I love connecting. I love sharing. I mean, I feel like why we got into this is because we just share, share, share. I love that. So I do not mind to share at all. And please, yes, ask me anything, anytime. And then also let
where
me
do you
know.
live? Where do
I'm
you live?
from Louisville. What about you? Louisville,
Okay.
Kentucky.
I'm in Atlanta, well, north of
Okay,
Atlanta.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes. My husband's
yeah.
favorite team is the Falcons. We love
Oh
visiting
gosh,
Atlanta and
having a rough year. I have a ton of family from
yes.
Kentucky,
Do
so.
you really? What part of Kentucky?
Well, my dad's family was like old Harlan County, way back in the day,
Okay,
like of
okay.
shiners and
That's
all of that
awesome.
good stuff.
That's
Yeah, they left
cool.
there because of all of that.
Yeah,
My great grandfather was apparently the sheriff of like Harlan County, Kentucky,
cool,
and
cool.
somebody blew up his car and they had to leave and whatever. But everyone's in Lexington that's still up there. But
Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome. Not
Kentucky's
too far from
gorgeous.
us at all. That's so cool. I love it. Yeah, well, you're all set, and you should hear something like they say a week, but it would just probably be a couple days.
Okay, cool.
So you'll get an email, and then, from there, they'll give you further instructions.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for
Okay.
your time. I really appreciate it. I know
Oh,
we've gone over, but
that's
you
okay.
were,
So good to talk to you. So good to meet you, and good luck.
thanks, girl. I
All
appreciate you.
right. Yeah, you too. Bye. You too.
Bye.
Thanks.